to this little sneaky preview of this week's The Art of Feeling Better podcast. And on Thursday, I'm going to be catching up with Rex Young, one of my favourite people in the world. Rex is just an absolutely beautiful soul and probably one of the wisest people I know. So it was really lovely, even with the 8-hour difference, to be able to catch up and talk about health and well-being in a really holistic sense. So Rex is a physician over in the United States, and we had a really good chat with maybe a little mystery surprise guest showing up, but you have to wait for Thursday to see that. But check out a little sneaky preview of what Rex had to say.
But then I also realized so much of our modern medicine have become very dollar short and a day late, prescriptive in giving medications, this and that. But when we think there's a saying that in the West, or at least in America, we work very hard for a long time to save up a little money so that towards the end of life, we can spend a lot of money to buy a little time. We look at common conditions that's still causing the majority of deaths and a lots of suffering along the way. It's things such as diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney failure, and the effects of what we call diseases of despair. Think alcoholism, think drug substance misuse, and again, smoking of all different sorts. And a lot of it really comes out of not the disease process, which is very interesting, different physiology and pathophysiology, but perhaps the biggest mystery of all is why we fall prey.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
going from a condition where early in medical school I thought, well, psychiatry is interesting. They always say, well, if you walk into a room and the hair stands up at the back of your neck, there's some true psychopathology in the room. But I think most of us have psychopathology that are not hair raising to the extent, but day in, day out, how do we sabotage ourselves? How do we sabotage relationships? And that goes back a lot to who we are, what's our identity, and how do we help people develop the right identity, if you will. I shouldn't say right, because sometimes there's no single right, is there? But how do we help people regain a sense of self with compassion towards self and towards others, and move forward without causing harm? Because our first dictum in medicine, the old Hippocratic Oath, and this is true actually in all different cultures, is so-called primum non nocere, which in Latin means first do no harm. So, how do we go about first do no harm and then think about how to maintain health, the wellness, the primary prevention, and when necessary, how do we regain health out of illness?